The following video has been approved by the Jetty marketing team. It is rated Jetty for intense use of the word damn and many beaver-related puns. This video may not be suitable for all beavers.
G'day, mate. Welcome back to Timberborn with me, Jetty. And you can guess exactly what today's episodes are going to be all about.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Yep, today is all about damming. We have a couple of other projects we need to also talk about. So let's start with Dammed Up River, because that seems like an appropriate place to start. This, the district never sleeps, because it's all run by robots. They have a couple of things that they need to get done. First being, well, let's start over here. First being a tiny little boom. We're going to do a tiny little boom. And in our tiny little boom, we're going to put in a water dump. Also going to finally enable these to be run by battery operated beavers, and we're going to get that done. At the same time, they do have a number of wheels in, and although these wheels are not really setting any world speed records, we do have 21,000 beaver power on the shaft already. Consequently, also these all require planks, and in this particular district, if I click on a building, we don't have any planks. Planks are a big problem here, which we're hoping to fix. In fact, we actually have a general wood shortage, so we also need to fix that as well. But today, first thing I want to do is I want to start damming up the river. Yes, we do have a drought coming, but that's perfectly fine. We're going to put a... Let's go with 2. I'm pretty confident with 2 to start us off. We need to slowly increase the flow because it's probably going to cause issues downstream. The other thing this colony needs to do is storage. We have a whole lot of scrap metal in stock, and that's a bit of an issue because, well, our main colony doesn't have a whole bunch of metal in stock. So what I want to do is I want to set up Dammed Up River to start shipping out some of that metal. So we want to have a labor camp. We want a distribution post, which we're going to drop right here. Also a drop-off point right there in the neighboring district. And the last thing I want to do is I want to put in a water pump, because we're obviously going to need a water pump if I want a water dump. We're going to set a higher priority on those. We're definitely going to enable the robots to do that. Also, I found this button, very important button, very helpful button, because it means now I don't have to go through and set everything. But yes, hoping with what limited planks we get shipped up here, we can get both the distribution post done, the pump done, and also the dump done. Mainly want the dump done so we can plant out more maple, like a lot more maple. We need more logs outright, just all the logs all the time. We have a timber shortage. It might not seem like it with 3,000 in stock, but 3,000 over how many districts do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over 5 districts, it's not really a lot, considering there's also a whole bunch of construction jobs going on at the same time. So hopefully with these 2 done, we can start shipping back the metal. Okay, so that's Dammed Up River. They have a couple of projects. Actually, oh wow, they're already done already. Okay, did that change the water flow? Not really, but we're coming into a drought, which means water has already slowed down an awful lot. Especially if we click on these, we can see that these are doing a lot less than what they normally would. Okay, so that's Dammed Up River. Next one is going to be the Wonderful Absence Colony. Wonderful Absence Colony has a couple of projects. One is down here. We're putting in a couple more water wheels. We've already got a few in, but there's definitely more to go. Also means that I can delete, hopefully, the right section and put in another power wheel there. That'll automatically be connected into the existing grid. I want them to finish off the levees before we get to those wheels, and then we can fill in with wheels. They also have, of course, the many batteries. The many batteries are still being built bit by bit by bit, because we do have an extreme amount of power. Extreme amount of power on the shaft, but of course we have droughts, and during droughts we need to run on batteries. That's pretty much it for this district. They don't have a lot to do, but they do have, if I find a building, they do have a decent amount of planks. Unfortunately, they're also shipping planks into the next district, which is a bit of a problem, because unless they have 200 planks in stock or more, they don't actually ship out the planks to the next district up the chain. Yeah, and actually this is their import. district limits. Planks are set to bring in a total of 400 because they have one machine here that makes them, which doesn't really help. And don't ship them out unless they have over 200. So they need to have over 200, and then they'll start shipping them out, and they will ship in from chassis up to 400. Chassis is still shipping in planks, gears, and metal. Of course, because they don't have gears or metal. Also a whole bunch of food because we just have excess food. I actually don't need to get rid of those anymore. What else of food do I have? Is that potatoes, isn't it? You guys make potatoes, don't you? Yeah, no point. All right, on to Chassis District. Chassis District has a couple of things. The robot overlords have demanded that we can remove one charging station in hopes that we can get a couple of platforms out here. If we can put down a couple of platforms, they want a bunch of number crunchers, because the more number crunchers they have, the more mind control towers they can build to both increase their productivity, also take control of the beavers. Well, subdue the beavers. You may notice that in abstinence, if we actually click on this, we can see there are 65 unemployed beavers and 47 of them sleeping on the ground, and yet we have an overall happiness of 33. It's because they're under the control of the mind control towers, and they don't mind. Another thing I want to do is we have an extreme shortage of treated planks. Treated planks are used for a couple of things. So we are going to run a brand new road out to here with the plan of putting in, well, a whole bunch of, I need to be 5 wide, a whole bunch of these machines, the wood workshops, to make more treated planks. We have 4 in stock. 4 is not quite enough to get anything done. Yes, but yeah, hopefully they can build this. There is a large workforce in the Chassis District, so it should be okay. We also have far too much food in the Chassis District. All right, on to the next district. If we continue downstream, we have the wonderful battery-operated Friends District, who, well, has a couple of dams in and built. Well, a couple of, yeah, double floodgates in and built. Yep, they're all built. And so far, we've got no flooding. So far, their plan is to get in the base platform so they can build in some power wheels. We're going to need a number of power wheels in this district, just like every other district. At the same time, it has come to my realization that we have a extreme food problem. There is 90 beavers here, but only 250 food, which we were shipping in. So we have thrown together very quickly with Sweaty and subscribe. Have you clicked the subscribe button yet? If you enjoy beaver content and beaver related content, you should probably consider clicking the subscribe button. We also have the Sweaty Beaver helping out, planting as many carrots as we can fit in, but this district does not have a lot of free space. Also, as there is 6 unemployed beavers here, and I did mention that was like a ridiculous amount in the main district. Yes, 68 beavers. They're hoping to get in another couple of builders' huts, another couple of hauling posts, but that comes down to, well, amount of wood they have and amount of planks they have. They do have plenty of planks, so it means plank construction, like coming up here, getting this stuff done to build more batteries, can be done. That's the drought started. 8 days, 8-day drought. That's not going to cause any issues. So any scaffolding they need to get built can be built fairly easily, but anything like levees, which requires, well, a lot of planks, a lot of wood, a little bit more difficult. Also, can we up the priority on that, and then maybe I can get another farmhouse? Oh, maybe it won't dry out. Farmhouse, tiny road, a lumberjack, and we'll just set everything out here to be chopped. And also, what do you reckon you can reach? You reckon you can reach to there? I'll accept it. Plant in carrots between here and here, and hope for the best. Okay, priority max. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Okay, so that's the plan for this district. Oh, you do have levees that you just need to fill in. But yes, now we've got some dams in. At least it means that we can save the water now, and we can not have to worry about the beavers drying out. They might still starve, but at least they won't dry out. Speaking of dry beavers, that is our next district. Next district is, nobody likes dry beaver, which I finally worked out how the soil fill works, which is ridiculous because what you need to do is terraforming blocks. The direction that the arrow faces has to be the way you put them down because they fill in that direction. Does that make sense? So if I face them, there we go. If I face them that way, they have to stand on the right-hand side to fill the block in to the left, which is stupid. Very stupid. Yes. Our plan for this district is we want to enable you for cogwork heads. What I want to do is I want to have water dumps up and running. A couple of water dumps, actually. And I want to set you for bottom priority. Oh, well, that fixed that problem. We want to get a couple of water dumps in. And what I want to do is, well, I want to plant out a whole bunch of trees. Like a lot of trees. A lot of trees throughout this area. Also, as the only beavers that can actually put down the soil, we need to have a number of terraforming stations. I'm probably also going to need a number of dirt extract, like a number of them, a lot of them. So that's also the secondary plan out here. I need to have terrain block, which I need to fill, how big are you? 4? 4? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, which is ridiculous. So you have to be on the ground and then you're going to probably dig the ground out. Yeah. We want to fill out this whole area because, well, I'm going to need to dig in more soil. Also, you might notice there's a small hole. It's where we've been busy digging. In fact, actually, we're probably going to want to fill out that whole area. Yeah, okay. All right, so... Oh, you're in and done. Okay, so I need to count a couple of tiles. We are going to go through... Can I get one of them? 3, 6... 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's what I thought. Okay. 15 tiles. Okay, so we need to grab this, no, that one. I need to basically cover the whole green area. And then the plan is in the green area, we're going to be planting a lot of trees. Because, like I said, we have a wood shortage. It's overall, wood's okay, as long as we don't have any construction tasks. The problem is we always have construction tasks, like always. There to there to there to there to there. Cool. Also, I need to do the same one here, which we will fill in this direction. I guess you can go that way. There. Thanks, game. Yeah, we're at the point where the game started skipping frames. I built too much. Again, surprise, surprise. Okay, all right, that's going to be that one. We're also going to set up you with battery-operated beavers as well. We also have access to multiple pumps should we need more water. And lastly, how many beavers do I now need? 6. Can I bring over... What are we up to? We like to drive beaver 44. Let's go up to 50. That should cover us, and have enough battery operated beavers over here to get all this work done. I want to see what that looks like when it's filled. Oh, whilst we wait, I'm also hoping that if I blow this up, the water seeps in a couple of tiles, hopefully, and hopefully we can get another lot of planting along here. Yeah, it moved a little bit. I'll accept it. Can I plant maple through all the ones that have been chopped down, plus whatever's been chopped down in that direction? Great. Can you... there you go. Alright, Coghead goes hard to work, and we now know that we can fill out to here, roughly. Okay, so we've got an 8-day drought to get through. These guys have a lot of, well, an awful lot, like a lot of landfilling to do. And actually, now I see that, I want to move you left 4 tiles, which means landscaping, boomsticks. Let's go with 6 tiles. Yeah, I'm going to move you over 6 tiles. And then we're going to fill in that hole, because we can now do that, which is a wonderful addition to the game. But I can now fill in holes when I make a mistake where I blew things up. Yes, that doesn't need to be there. Okay, so that's the plan for this district. Can I go back to square one really quickly? Yes, I can. All right, we can add a new route, ship into there. I want to ship in scrap metal. also, we're going to start shipping out logs. We might set up logs later, actually. Yeah, I want to make sure that this district runs fine with what they've got to start with. And we're going to need a number of logs to finish filling in that. And unfortunately, none of this timber's ready. It's all maple. It's going to take a very long time to get planted. That didn't get built. Perfect. Yeah, no planks. No planks. No planks is our issue. And same for the wheels. They're all low priority because no planks. Probably means my planks disappeared into... Nope. No, we're just broke. But it also means that, yes, I have 4 cog heads that should ship things out, which means you're short 2 beavers. Actually, the beavers are going to come off construction duty because we have, due to the lack of planks and the lack of, the lack of planks, really, this district's going to have less and less battery-operated beavers in it. As for this one, well, they demolished some of it. Can I get a path in here? And we're also going to need to path up all of that. And I need to, well, path in this and blow up some stuff before we can work out exactly what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Anyway, I guess I'll see you guys on the other side of the drought. It had been 2 days since Coghead 1 had had any power. He was both disappointed with his organic brethren, but also worried about the next drought. Knowing they had battery power for just 6 days and each drought was getting longer than the last, he decided it was time to take things to the next level. Time for, first, mind control towers had been installed to boost his Coghead brethren and also pacify the organics for the upcoming changes. Next up, he decided there shall be no more baby beavers, for he was worried that they may grow up and replace him and his battery-operated brethren. Next up, he decided more gears would be required for the expansion of the Cogheads once again. Also, we're going to cram some more beavers working in here as well. And finally, he decided it was time for...
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
With the drought breaking, Coghead 1 finally decided that it was time to put in the triple floodgates all the way across the river mouth. Make sure that all the water that entered the map stayed on the map, because for his only saving grace was the wonderful district at the far end of the map. The wonderful battery-operated friends managed to get their last gravity battery up and running, hooking in several more batteries that gave them a temporary charge to hopefully make it through the day as the river started to flow. There was not enough in the batteries to get Coghead 1 through the first day, but it was enough to get him most of the way there. He was ashamed of the progress that the beavers had not made over the course of a day about getting their wheels up and running, but he was also glad that at least power had returned to normal. We were back to almost 100% upon the drivetrain, and also he was glad that at least the beavers hadn't started to revolt upon his new plan. The floodgates were going in without an issue, and so far, nothing had broken and nothing had flooded downstream, but it was still early days, very, very early days. Very early days upon the new wet season. During the drought, progress was slow, mainly because of the whole lack of power. We have had our dammed up river district has managed to get, well, power up and running on this side at running at full speed. Also, we've ripped down the levee wall around here because obviously we don't need it now. We know exactly how these water wheels are going to be working. We have also removed all the scrap metal, and it has all now been shipped out, which means we don't need that warehouse anymore. We also have used our busy beavers to ship out all the scrap metal in this actual district. It's all gone now. It is ready in the future to start shipping out timber. In fact, actually, we might set that up right away. We're going to ship it both to chassis and absence. We're going to ship out logs. We want to set this district to make sure that we keep 300 in stock, and anything over 500. Yes, we'll start shipping out. So we're going to ship that to both this post and also that post to make sure all the logs get moved out eventually. At the same time, they're waiting on more planks to be delivered. Planks to both, no more build any floodgates. Just build in the last wheels. We have one more wheel to go in here, plus another row to go along here. These wheels are, well, they are cranking out some serious beaver power. Yes, we did put in a water dump out here so we could plant out a little bit further. Next up, the Absence District. Absence has put in, well, the last couple of water wheels, which means we should be able to demolish that and put in the next water wheel as we work our way down. Also means I can remove those paths. Yes, we can put in that water wheel as well. Currently, all these have floodgates, and they're all kept in the shut position, and we're just gaining power off the overflow. But I do want to plan ahead. I do want to plan ahead to potentially be in a situation where we can actually open a couple of these floodgates up all the way, depending on what happens upstream. Also potentially block off some of the other floodgates. We did get 2 of our, well, 4 number crunchers in. The third one's being built slowly in the Absence District, mainly because a complete lack of metal blocks during the drought, due to a lack of horsepower. Complete lack of horsepower. Finally, going further downstream, down to our battery operated friends, they are building in their, they're not really floodgates, they're yeah, I don't know what they are. I really don't have a good name for them. But the guidelines. The guidelines are to allow the water. The guidelines. Guide dams. I don't know. To allow the water through, we do need to plan ahead and put in cancel farming. There. We do need to put in a certain amount of scaffolding, which will get set up right now, through to there and there with one in there, because we're going to need to actually grab the power and run it from, oh, that's wrong. Run it up and over the road and into, I believe, this tile, yep, to run it into the housing, because the housing is plugged into the main grid. Are we actually, yeah, we are charging the batteries ever so slowly. They have a slight amount of projects to go, just an extreme amount of projects. Also, after we finally get our long and plank situation under control, I do want to attempt to bring this over and make more batteries, because obviously we can tell we need more batteries. We did throw in an extra couple of buildings over here, both hauling along with builders' huts, which means we can bring in another 23 beavers to this district, which is what, 100, 110, 112? 112 beavers currently. Unfortunately, most of the beavers are sleeping on the floor because, well, we just didn't plan for having these many beavers in this district. The carrots are coming along okay. No beavers have starved, which is great. Also, because we have the dam in, it meant we could actually keep the tanks full of water during the dry season. Next up, we have, well, actually, let's talk about this. So we are finally cranking out plenty of treated pine or treated planks. Also, yes, I'm putting in just a few more gear machines with a few more happy wheels for happy beavers. Yep, important to have happy wheels. They are being prioritized. Yes. Can I really want to remove you guys? And I want to up the priority on those. I think that's probably the easiest. If we just pause the wheels themselves, so we can get in behind them and build the actual gears, and then I can put back the charging station here and here. Also, it looks like those can all be built. Yep, those can all be built. It is going to require that actually those go in first, because that's where the drivetrain is. Yep. Okay. Oh, also, oh god, there's wheels everywhere. All right, beavers, wheels first. Yep. This we can set down in priority. Sure, something like that. That's a real hogswash. Okay. We do also have over here, finally now, well, almost all the beavers have charged, and we have a bit of flooding. Okay, to somewhat be expected that if you double the amount of water onto the map, obviously it's going to require a larger area to flow through. So we may need to just change things slightly. But unfortunately, it turns out our powered beavers and water don't mix, and we still have a couple of golems are out of power. Just one or two. We're getting there slowly. 5. Yep, 5. But hopefully when the water subsides a little bit, which it's doing, we should be able to get these guys recharged. Yep. It looks like the water flooded here. That's going to be awkward to fix. And even then, I think it might come through in the gap where the gear drive train comes through. We'll find out. We'll find out. But at least that's back under control. We'll take it up to height 1 and see what happens. Yeah, it's back mostly under control. Yeah, 30,000 beaver power. It's fine. Well, look, we greenified this area the hard way. All right, on to our new district. Our new district that's hoping to alleviate some of the problems we're having. We're having massive problems with timber. So this district's doing a couple of things. One, they're putting down a lot of ground, and they still have a lot of ground to do. They're also, it turns out, now we can manipulate the height of soil. We're actually bringing the dirt piles up to directly in front of the dirt excavators, and the dirt excavators have made significant holes upon the map. We still need more of them, so we're going to throw in another one right here, and unfortunately I need to have probably those tiles done first, otherwise we're probably going to get some flooding. Yes. At the same time, no, we're topped up on beavers. We're fine. I have put in a hauling post, which and the builder's hut. So the builder's hut should hopefully get the building tasks done reasonably quickly, like the dirt excavator. We now have treated planks in stock, so this should go fairly quickly. Also, we're adding in just a boom or two, just to, because we have a green area here, we might as well take advantage of it, if it's at the right level. So we're just blowing up sections of the map. We're playing captive industry. We're bringing it all down to the exact level we want the map to be at, rather than, relying on the height that the map's actually at. Yes. Okay. So that's what's happening there. Oh, how did that flood? Well, it's fine. It's fine. But yes, there's still a lot of progress. A lot of progress. A lot of building tasks to go. Wow, that's very full. Okay, and that's because of things we're doing upriver. What we might actually be doing is querying, can you guys be reached? No. Okay, what we might actually be doing is putting in a 3, a 2, and a 1, and a set of stairs with a bit of a path, and then they can reach that after they get that built. What we might actually do is we might start redirecting more of the river rather than around the right hand side of the base, where that also has to deal with the river. We might bring it left. So one thing I can do is, we have these water wheels doing about 400 horsepower. What I can do is I can fully open these floodgates, and I can set them when the drought starts to go to height 2, and when the drought ends, go to height 0. So they instantly close when the drought starts and fully open when the droughts are not on. And now that they're unimpeded, this should get a lot more horsepower, hopefully. Also means that more water's obviously going to flow down this side of the river, which should be fine. We do have these guys. What's that set to? That's set to height 1.5. That's set to height 2. We'll keep an eye on flooding here. If flooding happens here, it's probably not that bad, honestly. But yes, we do need to get more power. Well, more power charged in the network. Also, well, if we can get this up and running. Well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lanes. 9 lanes of 3 plus as many as I really want to crank into it. Engines apiece. That's probably a significant amount of power we can add to the network. Doesn't fix this during drought conditions, but one problem at a time. There's always an idiot. It's a crabby beaver. Well, you can stay there, crabby. go. That's flooding there. Yeah, we've done what we can. We've done what we can. But yes, because of the great power shortage of this drought, again, we're having some issues getting, well, things back up and running. And making as much progress as I would have liked between episodes. And with the final coghead sniffing, the last wheel goes in, and we have the Great Dam. The Great Dam has been completed. It's not really a dam, sort of a dam. May have a small leak in the previous version of the dam. Everything's fine dam, everything's slightly flooded dam, and it's producing a good amount of power. Not a massive amount of power compared to some of our other wheels, but we do have what 400 per wheel, and we have 6 by 5, 30 of them. It adds up. Yeah, we're over the 30,000 beaver power wheel. It also means this district is done. It's done everything it can. It can by all means keep harvesting the timber over here and also harvesting the timber over here, but it's definitely out of jobs to do, which means we can pause you guys. We need to leave you and you running. We can pause you. What else can we remove? We don't need to have you and you. Actually, we might need one of you and just one of you two. Yep, that should cover us for just about everything. We got 2 lumber. Oh, no, we've got more cutters in here. You can stop, and we'll have one of you guys stop as well. That should give us coverage for everything. It does. We still have a pump. We still have a dump. I don't think we quite need that many in here. 4. And you are keeping how much wood in stock? 300. 300. Anything over 300 we can ship out. But currently we have 19 idle beavers. So we are going to manage this population. We're going to take you down to 20. Yup. And then manual migration, dammed up river to Chastity. We're going to ship over 20 beavers. That should take our population down to... Why am I missing 1? Oh, you're at dammed up river. What are you doing all the way down there? Oh, you're moving a log. Oh, it's Coghead 112, which came from... I actually don't know. Okay, now I'm really curious. 112 works at unemployed. Okay, you were at, I'm assuming, at the distribution post. And according to this, I only have 19 beavers. Alright, so we're going to bring... Oh, it's because you're out of power. Alright, well, look, we'll put 2 spare beavers in here. Yep, that works for me. As for... this colony, Absence. Absence is putting in their next wheel. It just needs a sniffing. After it's had its sniffing, it's done, and then I can put in the next wheel beside that. They are, of course, constantly building out new batteries. All the brand new batteries are charged. All the old batteries are recharging. I've also given them the ability to start making cattail crackers because, well, they have power in this district, so why not? Are you going to stop and get power anywhere? I guess not. You're just going to walk slowly from one district to the other. But yes, this district is also mostly done. They don't really have any other additions that I want to give them. So the only thing I want to do is I want to give them a little bonus. A little bonus for being a good district, a wonderful district. We're going to throw in a couple of those with a couple of those with a couple of those and a couple of those. We're also going to remove the breeding pods because Coghead 1 says no. We're going to put in those, and that. And then we're going to give them a labourer monument because why not? I'm pretty sure at this point they deserve it, and it also fits in conveniently right around the batteries. So we're going to give them that. It's not super high priority. In fact, it's probably low priority, including that at the rear. Yep, it's probably a low priority. Realistically, I'd like... Oh, the wheel's done. I'd like the wheel done first. If the wheel's done, we can then come and throw in yet another wheel. This district has the opportunity, and we're going to do it during the wet season. Actually, I should check. What do we have in stock? We have timber and we have planks, yes. What I want to do is I want to remove that and remove that, and I want to replace it with, where are we? Wrong tab. Floodgates. We want to put in a double floodgate there and there, and I want to set that to height 2. I actually want to block off the one wheel in favor of pushing more water down, well, the multi-wheels. You know, this does, well, now it's fully open, it does a lot. But yes, it has the opportunity, well, these do 200, 170, 160, 180, but 180 in series adds up real fast. So what I'd really like to do is I'd like to put in a floodgate right there, close that off. Probably going to do the same with these two. They're going to be a little bit more difficult because getting a floodgate in front of them is awkward, to say the least. Actually, I could probably move them back a tile now. Now we have this alternative drive shaft going in. We'd lose the power off the front wheels, but I could reroute that as well, possibly. Maybe. We'll come back to that problem. As for absence is, well, hoping to get all the power wheels in and done. They have a couple of problems. One, they have 43 idle beavers, and they're really idle and they're really not doing anything, which is sad. They could be helping out, but they're choosing not to. So we're going to build some wheels for them, and hopefully that'll keep them preoccupied. But it's obviously, you know, we need to find somewhere we can ship them out to make sure they do work. Problem is, there's just no room left in this district. It's also why they happen to be sleeping on the floor. On top of that, we're having problems getting stuff shipped around at night. So it's now time that I have 44 robotic beavers that we start putting cogheads into even more jobs, especially ones like transporting stuff around, because this happens day and night. 5 left. Yeah, it means the next 5 that come off the production line already have a job, which now means I have 91 beavers that need to find jobs. We also have, even further downriver, the first wheel in, plus the first 3 wheels on this side, which means I need to put in the next water wheel. Hello? Oh, I need to remove the stairs first. Yeah, we don't need the stairs anymore. Oh, bugger. Okay. We'll have to reinstall those first, then we can put those in. I can also detonate that. We should just let a little bit more flow down this side, and some intermittent flooding. Also, unfortunately, I have the pleasant job of putting in drivetrains one at a time until we can make a connection here, because yes, we need to up the priority on those, get a drivetrain from here into this building. Once we do that, obviously we have power running from these guys. Also, the beavers were given a little bit of a job to build a brand new bridge up underneath the batteries, so we can put more batteries on top. This district has been the savior with the biggest capacity batteries so far, although we are on day 6 and they're half charged, which indicates that we're still not probably putting enough power onto the grid, which means we need more power connections. Also, this district seems like a good place to potentially, if we can sort out our timber problem, put in a whole bunch of wheels for a whole bunch of idle beavers. Speaking of idle beavers and idle things, we have nothing to do in range. We have No One Likes Dry Beavers. No One Likes Dry Beavers has 69, nice. Robotic beavers, and they are, well, they're landfilling out this area. We do have the extra dirt excavator in, and as you can see, the beavers are just going around and around and around, dumping the dirt into the ground, trying to fill the place up as best they can. Our plan is to probably continue. That one. Can I? That's going to have to go that way. And that way. Oh no, I need to... Okay, landscaping, that one. We're going to go there. There. I don't like the fact that these are directional. I really don't. And then drag that out to there. And there. And there. Okay, you guys are that color priority. You can go up to... Oh, max priority. Sure. And you can go up to that color priority, because our plan is quite a simple one. We're just going to put in more. I'm going to put in more dirt excavators, a lot more dirt excavators, where the road's going to have to go around, and we'll either have to rip out the maple that got planted, or come on, rip out the maple. Yeah, it's not going to be ready in time. We'll leave it for the moment. Rip out the maple, or wait for it to grow up so we can harvest it. It's probably likely to get more likely to get ripped out, because yeah, as fast as we are, well, digging up dirt from the giant hole to the center of the earth, that is as deep as it can get. The good news is, after it hits the bottom of the map, it just stays there. It just keeps bringing up dirt, even though it's no longer technically digging. But if you want to put in a gravity battery, put in a couple of these first, dig all the way down, then build all the way up, and then put your gravity batteries in for that really high power boost. I actually have no idea how deep that is in compared to... It's deeper than this. That much I now understand. Much deeper than this. Okay, so yes, we are whacking in a whole bunch of these. They should help us crank out even more power, even more dirt. Of course, they are going to use more horsepower, but it's only 200 horsepower, actually. And the more dirt we can get, the more trees we can plant. The idea of this district is, hopefully, it's going to be our saving grace, being able to ship over, hopefully, nigh on, infinite amounts of timber back to, well, all the other districts. Where are you? You can reach only 2 tiles. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah. But this district is slowly making progress on more diggers, more dirt, more filling, more ability to make more big holes. Also, they are, well, dynamiting the edge of the map whenever the builders have a chance. And the builders, actually, the builders are pretty okay, because they can only physically build things. They can't actually put dirt in the ground. Dirt in the ground happens by the terraforming stations. And it turns out with 3 of these guys running, they are more than keeping up with 4 of these guys. I have no idea what the correct ratio is. In theory, it should be something close to a 1-to-1-ish. But I guess that depends on how far the golem beavers have to run, and also how much of a speed boost they get, because they're short by 1 tile. But those that have to run around get that boost. When they get the boost, they actually do the runaround trip faster than just taking the shortcut. It's a weird thing. Anyway, with all that said, I think I'm going to end this episode here. We made good progress. Coghead 1 has had most of his fears put to rest, at least, and hopefully we can get enough power to plug into the main grid that well, Mr. Coghead doesn't run out of power during the next drought and then do even more severe things to the organics, because well, some of the organics are starting to fear for their lives, probably rightly so. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the very next video.